sure that the visit of the Prime Minister would further propel this strategic partnership with France. Moving on to, have I covered all the elements for France? Yes. Moving on to the visit of the Prime Minister to the United States at the invitation of the President of the United States of America. Prime Minister Shri Narendra Modi will pay an official working visit to the United States on 12th and 13th of February. This will be the first visit of Prime Minister Modi to the United States since the inauguration of the second presidential term of President Donald Trump. You would be aware that Prime Minister would be amongst the first few world leaders to visit the United States following the inauguration of President Trump. And the fact that the Prime Minister has been invited to visit the US within barely 3 weeks of the new administration taking office shows the importance of the India-US partnership and is also reflective of the bipartisan support that this partnership enjoys in the United States. And the visit will be a valuable opportunity to engage the new administration on all areas of mutual interest. Insofar as the program elements are concerned, the Prime Minister will hold a bilateral meeting with President Trump in both the restricted and delegation level formats. Senior US administration figures are expected to call on Prime Minister during the visit, and the Prime Minister will also have the opportunity to interact with business leaders and with members of the Indian community. Again, with regard to the relationship, this has been one of our strongest international partnerships in recent years, and Prime Minister's visit is in line with our steady engagement with the new administration following the election of President Trump in November 2024. You would recall that during the first term of President Trump, Prime Minister visited the United States on 2 occasions in 2017 and 2019. This time, after President Trump's election, Prime Minister was one of the first world leaders to call him and congratulate him. And after President Trump's inauguration, Prime Minister again called him to wish him. And it was on that occasion that they agreed to meet very soon, and that is the promise and the commitment that is now unfolding. Of course, the External Affairs Minister also visited the United States to attend President Trump's inauguration ceremony as special envoy of the Prime Minister. While he was there, the Quad Foreign Ministers meeting took place, which was, I think, the first plurilateral engagement of the new administration, and probably the first bilateral meeting that the new Secretary of State had with a foreign leader was with External Affairs Minister. In addition to these contacts, both Raksha Mantri and the National Security Advisor have had contact with their respective counterparts. Raksha Mantri, in fact, spoke yesterday evening to Secretary Hegseth, the Secretary of Defense, and if I am not mistaken, I think the National Security Advisor and his counterpart have also spoken very recently. There has been very close rapport between President Trump and Prime Minister Modi dating back to President Trump's first term, and there is an obvious convergence of interests between the two countries in a number of areas: trade, investment, technology, defense cooperation, counterterrorism, in the security of the Indo-Pacific, and of course people-to-people relations. The 5.4 million strong Indian community in the US and the more than 350,000 students from India who are pursuing studies in Indian universities strengthen this bond immeasurably. Again, I think Prime Minister's visit to the United States will give further direction and impetus to this very important partnership. We expect a joint statement to be adopted at the end of the visit, and we will share that in due course. I think let me stop there and maybe try and take a few questions you might have.
Manish?
सर मैं मनीष हूँ TV9 भारतवर्ष से। अभी आपने भी बताया कि भारत और अमेरिका के संबंध कितने मजबूत हैं और ट्रंप के शपथ ग्रहण के बाद के डेवलपमेंट्स भी आपने बताया, लेकिन कल जब यूएस से डिपोर्ट करके कुछ भारतीयों को लाया गया है, उसके बाद से भारत में काफी नाराजगी है कि इतने अच्छे संबंध होने के बावजूद भारतीयों के साथ ऐसा दुर्व्यवहार क्यों हुआ। हालांकि विदेश मंत्री ने संसद में बताया कि ये पहली बार नहीं है कि डिपोर्टेशन हो रहा है, लेकिन अगर आप बता सकें हम लोगों को कि क्या पहले के डिपोर्टेशन में भी इसी तरीके से इंडियंस को भेजा गया था हाथ में और पैर में बेड़ियां डालकर, और दूसरा कि बहुत से पॉलिटिकल पार्टी ये कह रहे हैं कि ऐसे हालात में विरोध स्वरूप प्रधानमंत्री को अमेरिका नहीं जाना चाहिए, तो विदेश मंत्रालय का इस पर क्या आरोप है?
ऋषभ?
Foreign Secretary, good evening. Rishabh from Times Now. Thank you for doing this. If I may ask, I have two questions. One, at the AI summit, will there be a discussion, or will India be putting forward its reservations regarding things like DeepSeek? Given that there have been a lot within the government circle here in India as well about it, and China has made a statement saying that all the steps being taken against it is politically motivated, A, and B, who all are we expected to meet in France? Like, given that there will be Vice Premier from China and Vice President of America also available at the AI summit, will there be any other bilateral expected between India and other countries?
Siddhant?
So Siddhant from Beyond. So continuing with the deportation issue now, if you can just perhaps talk about the standard operating procedure which came about in 2012. What is the SOP like, and was the chaining and handcuffing happened back then, and if there is some history in terms of were there protests back then as well by the government of the day?
कादम्बरी शर्मा फ्रॉम एनडीटीवी। इस बात की ज्यादा नाराजगी है जिस तरह से लाया गया है हथकड़ियां और बेड़ियां डालकर, डिपोर्टेशन को लेकर शायद उतना नहीं है, तो क्या ये मुद्दा भी प्रधानमंत्री जब वहां जाएंगे तो उठेगा?
What would be the two most important issues that India wants to put on the table when Mr. Modi talks to Trump?
We'll come back for more questions.
Okay. Let me take first this question related to the deportations and the conditions that you referred to. देखिए, मनीष और मेरे ख्याल से सिद्धांत और कादम्बिनी आप सब ने ये प्रश्न पूछे हैं, तो जो पहली बात तो ये है कि विदेश मंत्री जी ने जो कल सदन में बयान दिया वो आप सब ने देखा होगा। मैं उसमें आगे और कुछ जोड़ नहीं सकता, लेकिन जहां तक मेरी समझ है 3-4 मुद्दे हैं जो मेरे विचार में आपको देखने चाहिए, आपको समझने चाहिए। पहला मुद्दा तो ये है कि विदेश मंत्री जो जिस चीज के बारे में कल बात कर रहे थे, उन्होंने सदन का ध्यान आकर्षित किया स्टैंडर्ड ऑपरेटिंग प्रोसीजर्स की तरफ, एसओपीज की जो आपने बात की, और जो एसओपीज हैं ऑन द यूज ऑफ रेस्ट्रेंट्स, जो जिन हालात में लोगों को लाया जाता है, तो जो SOPs हमें भी अमरीकी अधिकारीगण जो हैं जिनके बारे में उन्होंने हमें बताया था। और तो विदेश मंत्री जी स्टैंडर्ड ऑपरेटिंग प्रोसीजर्स की बात कर रहे थे। उन्होंने बताया अपने बयान में कि ये बाकायदा एक लेड डाउन प्रोसीजर है और ये प्रोसीजर 2012 से प्रैक्टिस में है। इस बात के बारे में भी उन्होंने
Valuations can be frothy. Going public is almost like what some of us would like to say is the holy grail, right? IPOs are a trend, not a bubble.
Do secondary markets exist? Answer is absolutely yes, and it's been around for a very long time.
Valuations could be high or low, and valuations may correct over time, but IPOs are here to stay. It is basically a graduation ceremony of sorts. It is potentially where a startup stops being a startup and starts becoming an enterprise.
The IPO space has just started in the past 24 months. The startup ecosystem has been around for 15 years.
Fundamentally, if you have a strong business and you have predictability of cash flows and you can actually give with a fair degree of confidence where the business is headed, the market will reward you.
This and more. Streaming on News 9 Plus. Subscribe and get free vouchers.
अब दिल्ली वालों ने ठान लिया है कि इस बार बदलाव करना है। बोलिए जय।
So you can hear what the BJP workers here have to say.
जब ये कहते हैं मोदी काम नहीं करने दे रहे हैं, तो हम मोदी जी को ही जिता लेते हैं। आपको काम करना नहीं, सिर्फ रोना है।
वहाँ से लोग आते हैं, उनको लगता है बैरिकेड है, बंद है, वो वहीं से घूम के वापस जा रहे हैं।
गौरव भारद्वाज alleging that some things are being done in Aam Aadmi Party strongholds to slow down the voting.
No one to care for the government employees.
इससे बेहतर है दिल्ली में भी हमारे पास बीजेपी हो ताकि काम को जो है गति मिल सके।
People here in the particular constituency are looking forward to good governance.
Message to the people of the national capital is great that you have exercised your responsibility.
This is Kabir Naqvi.
This is Riya Kundu.
This is Yash Goel.
Reporting for News 9.
For News 9.
For News 9.
We are at the highest airfield in India and one of the highest airfield in the world. It is the most beautiful airfield in India. There's no aircraft that cannot land on this airfield.
This will be the highest airfield in India and 5th in the world.
This particular runway will cater for most of the military aircraft, fighters and transport landing.
A strategic edge to the forces, deterrent for our neighboring countries.
Jai Hind.
Yes, 100% completion. TV9 News and News 9 Plus is the first team here.
This and more. Streaming on News 9 Plus. Subscribe and get free vouchers.
What is to the nines? In literal terms, it's perfection. But to us, it's not just a phrase, it's an attitude. One that starts at your desk and sends a statement to the world. To the nines is about taking charge. It's a way of life where every seam, every fold, is crafted with excellence. It's timeless elegance and uncompromising quality made for the corner office. It's the ideas that inspire redefining order and elevating the tabletop. To the nines, for the leaders of today and the visionaries of tomorrow.
Hello and welcome to the South Indian. My name is Sudha Sadanan. Let me first bring you all the headlines from the south of India on your screens right away. Supreme Court questions Governor R.N. Ravi, asks if Governor feels bills are repugnant, then why should he not tell the government immediately? Karnataka Governor returns the microfinance bill, points out several anomalies, advises government to deliberate in assembly. Kerala government presents the annual state budget, allocates 750 crores for Wayanad rehabilitation. Tamil Nadu Chief Minister M.K. Stalin inaugurates projects worth rupees 1300 crores at Tirunelveli Government Medical College. "14 locally made steel bombs and swords recovered from Kozhikode. Explosives neutralized even as police launches an investigation." A 50-year-old man has been trampled to death by an elephant during a temple festival in Palakkad. Infosys lays off 400 trainees at its Mysuru campus. Employees cry foul. Let's get you all the details as to what is in store in the South Indian this Friday evening. First up, pregnant woman sexually assaulted and thrown off a moving train in Tamil Nadu. Kodava community holds a 7-day Padayatra, demands protection of its cultural heritage. Bengaluru's water authority asks citizens to hire their own tankers if they want to access Kaveri water. Karnataka High Court grants anticipatory bail to former Chief Minister B.S. Yediyurappa but refuses to quash the POCSO case. Big relief for Chief Minister Siddaramaiah as Karnataka High Court refuses to transfer the Muda case probe to the CBI. Alright, our top story at this hour, and this is a very, very sad state of affairs in Tamil Nadu. A pregnant woman was sexually assaulted and thrown off a train in Tamil Nadu. The nightmare continues in Tamil Nadu, and I say that after the South Indian reported the horrific sexual assault on an Assamese woman in Chennai in an open auto rickshaw, allegedly by 3 men at knife point. Then came the sexual assault on a 13-year-old schoolgirl in a government school by 3 of her teachers, and the latest, a 36-year-old pregnant woman was pushed out of a moving train near Katpadi in Vellore district when she was sexually assaulted by a man on the night of 6 February in the women's compartment of the Tirupati Intercity Express. Now, according to the preliminary investigations and according to the railway police, the survivor, a resident of Tirupur, works in a garment manufacturing company and was travelling to Chittoor to meet her mother. She boarded the Tirupati Intercity Express on Thursday morning in a general ladies compartment. Initially, there were 7 other women passengers in the coach, but they all alighted at a station called Jolarpet. Now the accused, identified as K. Hemaraj from KV Kuppam in Vellore, reportedly sighted the lone pregnant woman and targeted her in the ladies coach while the train was moving from Jolarpet to Lateri. When the woman warned him that he should not be in the ladies' compartment in the first place, he allegedly claimed he would alight at the next station. However, he soon proceeded to harass her sexually. When she raised an alarm and pushed him back, the accused pushed the pregnant woman from the moving train near Lateri in Vellore and fled the scene. A railway gangman who spotted the injured woman rushed her to the Government Medical College and Hospital in Vellore, where she is currently undergoing treatment. The 31-year-old history sheeter was arrested by the Government Railway Police, Jolarpet, early on Friday over this incident. The point is that this man on your screens, Hemaraj, already had a criminal record involving robbery and harassment of women under railway police jurisdiction in 2022. In this case, he has now been booked under several sections of the BNS. Now, for the past 3 days, ladies and gentlemen, the South Indian has raised the question of whether Tamil Nadu has become terribly unsafe for women, and why is it that the DMK government is not seen to be, again I'm saying not seen to be, acting tough against the perpetrators. Let's debate. I have one guest joining me today, Maria Jennifer, who is the state coordinator of Nam Tamil Katchi, also NTK as it's popularly known as, in Tamil Nadu. A very warm welcome to you, Maria Jennifer. I'm thankful that you could join us on this broadcast. Maria, you know what
Hi,
is
good
going
evening,
thank you so much. Good evening back to you, Maria. What is going on in Tamil Nadu? I mean, I had a chat yesterday with a former police officer. He said, oh, it is just first or two incidents. You know, look at the statistics. Okay, it's first of all not about north versus south versus east versus west. It's about women. He needs to understand. 3 cases, one after the other, Maria Jennifer. What is going on?
What I feel as a woman of this state is that typically connections is what matters here. If you see what you have rightly pointed out, the person who has been accused of this case had been linked to multiple cases in the past, but still he has been audacious enough to do this again and again. So basically these are all repeated offenders. So what we think is it's all about the political connections that gives them the empowerment to do such crimes. Per se, if you see in Tamil Nadu, we speak about gender equality, women empowerment, right to education, and so many things that we speak very conveniently and move on. But are we really having women's safety? Are women treated with dignity? Is really a question of concern in this hour. What we see is, what we think is that true empowerment is just not, a survival. It has to be thriving, leading, and transforming the society for the good and with confidence. Are these governments bestowing upon us such kind of a thing to the women in this state?
Right.
Definitely no.
Yeah.
For them, what we see is only a very high-profile cases gets highlighted, but there has been lot of cases day in and day out that's happening in the lower order of the society, which is not surfaced at all.
Right. You spoke about, Maria Jennifer, you spoke about connections. Now, in the Anna University sexual assault case, also it was alleged that the perpetrator, he was also known to the ruling party. Of course, they went blue in the face saying, just because you click a picture with one of us, that doesn't mean we know you. But the larger question is this, look at it, Maria Jennifer, we are daughters, we are mothers, we are sisters. If a 13-year-old child is not safe in her own school, what is the point? If a woman, of course, horrible that she was pregnant. I am not saying that those who are not pregnant should be assaulted. But for a pregnant woman, it is also, you have to keep the safety of the child you are carrying in your womb. She's not safe in a train. The railway police is supposed to be there, and particularly near the women's compartment. Where was it at that time? The man commits a crime on Thursday, he is nabbed Friday morning. What was the guarantee? Because he fled, thank God. What if he had not fled? He would have gone ahead and done this. He has the guts to enter a lady's compartment and do it to a pregnant woman after she says you're not supposed to be here. It is not that she was, that shows the sad state of affairs. Very sad.
Yeah, because as I pointed out earlier, it is only sheer connections, and this connections gives them the confidence to do what they want. On top of these connections, what happens in Tamil Nadu is a drug culture. and 13-year-old boy, 15-year-old boy, a very old man raping a autistic child. Can we imagine such kind of brutality and barbaric culture happening in Tamil Nadu? We claim ourselves to be the most civilized state in the country, but such things do happen. Can you imagine a very old man raping an autistic child who doesn't know who she is?
Beast of a man. Now this man on the screen, the Honorable Chief Minister of Tamil Nadu, M.A. Stalin, the Home Ministry is supposed to be under him. So for me, it is even worse that the government, through its policing, should be keeping the women safe, but instead there have been assault, sexual assault, one after the other, Maria.
The joke of the day is the Tamil Nadu government still holds a department called Women's Social Welfare Department, and there is a minister associated with department. And I don't think this ministry even hardly works.
Okay.
That's a sad state of affair here.
Yeah, and also
first of all, this Tamil Nadu government promotes the drug culture, which is again a big spoil sport in the society, and lack of awareness. And when I say it's a lack of awareness, the society treats this as a social stigma to talk about it, to open up about it. Only a high-profile case automatically gets highlighted. What about the others?
Yeah,
can a woman go freely? She is being secondary victimization. She gets secondary victimization because of, if she has brought out this case and if she has opened up.
You're absolutely right, Maria Jennifer, because this 13-year-old child, although she has counseling in school, there are women's groups who say, you call us. If you feel shy telling your parents or you're reluctant, call us. She did nothing. She hid in her house. She gave an excuse that she has ulcers. That's why she's absented herself from school. It is only later, after prodding, they found that the child had been raped by 3 teachers of her own school. So look at it this way. Stalin and his government can go on saying, have this number 10 ... call us, we are there, we will come. In school, do not tolerate it. Do not tolerate any caste slur or any kind of a sexual advance. But on the ground, zero, nothing is happening.
Yeah, this government is a very, very, paper flower type government, which is all there, but nothing is there in reality. They speak a lot, but nothing happens in reality. As you rightly said, the Home Ministry is under his control, the police department, the judicial system is there. But are you sure that judicial system is allowed to function independently? That's again a question of concern here. So I think the common man do not trust any of this legal system. That's the reason they hide himself behind the fear, behind the social stigma, not to bring up any of these cases outside. But I don't think this government is efficient enough to implement such systems in place, first of all. And I don't think people are having any confidence in this government, that they will be safe in this government.
But my point is, after Nirbhaya, the way Delhi came out and protested, you must have been witness to it, you must have read and cited it on TV. Why is Chennai so quiet? I wonder what has happened. Have they given up hope that nothing will happen, the needle will not move, Maria Jennifer?
No, the dynamics of the state is much different from Delhi. Delhi is more of a cosmopolitan, society where Tamil Nadu has got intricate cultural, rootings to its own family, society. The dynamics of the state is totally different. So whatever happens, they want to hold it within their family, within their society. But then now, while the cases had been so much that the awareness has been created, such incidents shouldn't happen in the future. So it has to be a lesson for the society as well. So people are getting motivated to speak out about the women's right, child safety, because as you said, it's not about women's safety outside. Are women safe within the family?
That's the question.
That's the question of concern.
Yes, Maria, and very, very well said, Maria Jennifer. Are women safe within their own environs? That's what we have to question. And I hope the Tamil Nadu government wakes up, smells the coffee and does something about it. Maria Jennifer, thank you so much for joining us on this first debate on the South Indian. Thank you indeed. The other story that we are tracking and which is coming up is Kodava community holds a 7-day Padayatra, demands protection of its cultural heritage. That's after the break. The South Indian will see you on the other side.
Unlimited Life. Bookings open on 14th February.
Your promise is IGI certified. 14-step grading process. IGI Trust certified.
इस खेल में खेला होगा, हर नहले पे दहला होगा। ये बड़ा है, स्टेज बड़ा है, पूरा भारत साथ खड़ा है। साथ खड़ा है। गेम बड़ा है। Dribble like a rap, pass, 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 setting up the trap. Kick it hard in the ball. Chuck, there for the ball. Shaka 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 there for the ball.
All right, our second story on the South Indian is something very unusual. They are a very, very quiet community, but they are on protest. The Kodavas protesting against the protection of their heritage, their lineage. They are saying enough is enough. The Kodava community